大家好，我叫 Andrew，和今天我跟你们会说关于大学，所以我我做了很多工作为大学，和现在我我会去 Juilliard 的大学为音乐和现在我正在做电脑科学大考 AP 大考，所以对不起，但是我不可以是跟你们，因为我正在做那个大考。好，所以为 Culture Club 我会说在英文。Hello, everybody. Um, now because I was instructed to only speak for 1 minute in Chinese and to do the rest in English. That is what I will do. So I started preparing for college really at the end of 10th grade. And I had a lot of time to make a whole bunch of list out everything in some nice spreadsheets. So first thing that I did is I researched colleges that I was really interested in and listed them out and put their website on there in this spreadsheet. But I'm music, so I wanted to go for college for music and math. So for the music, I put the French horn instructors. So for example, for the Curtis Institute of Music, excellent school here. This is their website, and this is the instructors that teach there. This is the orchestra that they're affiliated with, and this is their respective websites, etc. And now this is the audition repertoire that I have to learn to audition for that school. And for example, I would be auditioning for the French horn, so I go under brass because the French horn is a brass instrument, and I go to French horn, and this is what I need to learn. This is what I need to play for the audition. So I have it all listed out here. And then, do they have a dual degree? That's important for me for math. So Curtis did not. Some schools like this school, Carnegie Mellon did, and Northwestern did, etc. All the way down. So originally I had 30 schools on my list. I didn't plan on, you know, going on 30 schools, but don't cut out your options too fast. And then I had lessons with all these instructors. For example, this little smiley face means I had a lesson with him or her, the instructor, to see if I liked them. And I could study with them because that's who I would be studying with if I go to that school. Because if I didn't like studying with that teacher, there's no point in applying to that school because I know I'm not going to go there because I would be wasting my time if I studied with someone I don't like to study with. So be smart about it. Go where you want, not where you don't. Um, for example, NEC, they were good instructors, but I didn't really vibe with them, so I didn't apply. And so then for my next spreadsheet, I made the repertoire. I listed out all the repertoire for each one that I in one big spreadsheet. And then what I did was did I do a pre-screen? That means send it in before you send in a video of yourself playing, and then afterwards, if they say, oh, come for a live audition, or don't waste a flight, basically. So Yale, Rice, Bard, Eastman, etc. And so this is the pre-screen repertoire, and this is the audition, like same as pre-screen. Eastman had no pre-screen, but this had this audition repertoire. But this is a little clunky, so I condensed it down, and instead of using the general thing like a concerto, do orchestral lecture, I did exactly what I was gonna play for each school and listed them out like this. So that's my next spreadsheet. I really like spreadsheets. They're really nice you can see the way everything relates. And it's always important, make a backup, because sometimes files get lost, sometimes they fail, like they crash and they get corrupted, and then you can't open them. You don't want to redo the whole thing. Trust me. You just back up your files. It's a good idea. And then this was the updated list. And as I auditioned for different schools, I would cut it down. For example, you know, back over here, now I cut it down because I had already auditioned for a lot of these schools. And then I auditioned for even less schools, even more schools, so I had less auditions, less to apply for. And then all the way over here, I only had a couple schools, Manus and Purchase. So I only had those, for example. And then I only had Purchase. So I cut it down as I went. And so it's a good idea to keep your spreadsheets updated. And then the essays. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm done with them. Essays they were really annoying. So I had to list out every single essay. Oh my gosh, some of them were really brutal. Like Niesman, oh, it was like painful. But I gotta do what I gotta do. And wrote those essays, spent lots of time. I took days off of school so that I could just write all day. But I did it, and it paid off because I got into 16, like a lot of schools, 12 schools. So I organized all the essays and their prompts, and then I said, "Oh, did I submit the application?" So yes, 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 yes. Some of these weren't always yes. Now they're all yes because I submitted all these applications. And here below is the Common App personal statement, and then I updated this. I made a new spreadsheet. I just copied and pasted the old one and added to it so that it had more information, like the acceptance status website. That's later, but more what I was going for was over here, like the application or pre-screening deadline. Do they have a pre-screen? Their live audition date website. Do they definitely have a live audition? And if so, when is it? I added these as time went on. Oh yeah, like this one was the earlier ones. Oh, this has a French horn and math majors, or just a French horn major. And then my college essay. So what I did is I put it in a Google Doc and I asked friends to proofread it, and they did. For example, Jeffin left a lot of comments over here and helped me a lot with my essay. And I would recommend asking your friends who are good writers to help you with your essays, but you got to write them yourself because that's the whole point. This eventually became my final essay. My dad helped me a lot with the essays too. He's a pretty good writer. He's a really good writer, even though he says he's not. He's a lot better than me. So yeah, if you have any family member who's really good at writing, ask them to help have them help you. And then here was my resume for school. So, I did separate it by in-school activities, out-of-school activities, and then, a short description, not too long, but still hitting all the points. Then most important activities I've done, honors and awards, and then miscellaneous competitions, and then community service. They like to see community service. Make sure you include that. People, they like serving the idea of serving the community. They do that. And now we have my music resume. This is really specific to me. If any of you are applying to music, then this is what a music resume would look like, where you got education, diploma to be earned June 2022. If you go to pre-college program, right, put that down too. It looks really good. Outside ensembles, music teachers, master classes, lessons, summer festivals, awards and honors, and performance experience. Those are the big points. So that's something that's really helpful. There are a lot of templates online. This is just mine. Everyone is and then information up top. Like website, blah 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 blah, and everything like that. So. And then in terms of tests, standardized tests, the SAT slash ACT, I took the SAT. I prepared with the tutoring company Test Takers, and they really helped me out a lot. Brian Corden, Steve Minakian, all these guys. really, really great guys, and they helped me so much, and they took personal time to help me. And eventually, I got my score for the SAT after much preparation was 800 on the math section and 670 on the English section. So it's a 1470 total. So the standardized tests, they're not a huge deal. For example, they're a pretty big deal. But I know people who got 1590 and didn't get into NYU, and I know people who got 1560 and got into Harvard. So it really, it's not everything. Your grade. So grade is also important. How diligent a student you are, what type of classes you take, and finding the right fit for you. That's a really important thing. Um, and in terms of which colleges specifically that I was thinking about, no, these are the colleges that I was thinking that were my top choices. No, not that one. Hold on. One moment, please. I think this is it. Yes, this is it. So Juilliard was my top. Northwestern, SMU, they gave me a full ride, and they were a really good school. I visit your schools too that you're really interested in. It really can sometimes like DePaul. I really like the school, but I wasn't a huge fan of the Chicago area. And SMU, I really liked the school. Really liked the area. It's really big, specifically. Carnegie Mellon, that was good, but they didn't give me much aid. CIM, that was good. Eastman, um, I wasn't so into that one. Then in the University of Rochester, they're paired with. And then Lynn gave me a full ride. And then Hofstra and Purchase, they were more safety schools. So I'm glad that I applied to them because I could be happy going to the school. The most important thing is that I could have been happy going to any of these schools. And that's why I applied to them. Only apply to schools that you would be happy to go to. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and risking wasting 4 years at a school that you don't like. So only apply to schools that you like and you would be happy going to and are a good fit for you. In terms of financial aid, I made spreadsheets on financial aid. That's actually confidential information, so I'm afraid I might get sued by the schools if I show that. But I made so, and then I made spreadsheets for financial aid, and so I like spreadsheets. That was my way of preparing. Everyone's different. If you like spreadsheets, great. If you're really not into technology, that's perfectly fine. You know, so everyone's different. Do what works best for you. But this is what I did to prepare, and I hope I helped you. Thank you.